This is a $47,000 per night penthouse suite. In exactly 20 minutes, I'm going to tell you what I found in the closet that made me question everything I thought I knew about wealth. But first, you need to understand how I got here. 7 days ago, I made a deal with a stranger that would give me unlimited access to a billionaire's lifestyle. Private jets, Michelin star restaurants, a credit card with no limit. There was only one rule: I had to document everything honestly. By day 5, I discovered something that billionaires desperately don't want you to know. And on day 7, well, you'll see why I almost didn't post this video. My name is Flynn, and this is the most expensive week of my life. Let me rewind. 3 weeks ago, I posted a video titled, "Why I'll Never Be Rich," and it went viral. 2.3 million views. Most comments were the usual stuff, but one DM stood out. It was from an account with 47 followers. No profile picture. The message said, "Your video is wrong. You're not poor because you don't work hard. You're poor because you don't know the rules. I'll teach you for free." I thought it was a scam, obviously, but then he sent me a photo, a black Amex card with my name on it, and a plane ticket to Dubai for the next day. The message: prove me wrong or prove yourself wrong. Your choice. I know what you're thinking. This screams danger. But I was broke, burnt out, and honestly, curious as hell, so I went. I had 72 hours to decide if I'd go through with the full 7 days. I landed in Dubai at 11 p.m. A driver was waiting with my name on a sign, not printed but embossed in gold lettering. The car? Rolls-Royce Phantom. We drove for 40 minutes in complete silence. The driver didn't speak. I didn't ask questions. We pulled up to the Burj Al Arab, the only 7-star hotel in the world. The suite was $47,000 per night. Not a typo. $47,000. For one night. Here's what that gets you. Your own butler, available 24/7. A pillow menu. Yes, you choose your pillows like a restaurant. Gold-plated iPads to control everything. A view that makes you feel like you're floating above the city. But here's the thing. Nobody tells you about extreme luxury. It's uncomfortable. The bed was too soft. The silence was too quiet. I couldn't sleep. So at 2 a.m., I did what anyone would do. I ordered a $800 burger from room service. It tasted like a burger. Maybe slightly better than Five Guys. Maybe. That's when I got the first text from the mystery person. Lesson 1. Price and value are not the same thing. See you at breakfast. Rooftop, 6 a.m. I didn't sleep that night. At breakfast, he told me the real reason I was there. At 6 a.m., I went to the rooftop restaurant. There was only one other person there, a man in his late 50s, wearing a simple white shirt and jeans. No watch, no jewelry. Nothing screaming, "I'm rich." He waved me over. "You came," he said. "Most people don't." His name was Marcus, no last name. And over the next 90 minutes, he explained the deal. The 7-day rules. 1. I get full access to his lifestyle for 7 days. 2. Unlimited budget, no questions asked. 3. I document everything honestly. 4. I can quit anytime. But if I do, I can never speak about what I learned. 5. On day 7, he'd reveal the truth about how he made his money. But here's the catch, Marcus said, leaning forward. Every day, you'll learn one rule that billionaires follow. By day 7, you'll understand why most people stay poor, and it has nothing to do with hard work. I asked the obvious question. Why me? He smiled. Because you're honest, and honesty is rare at this level. Then he slid an envelope across the table. Inside, an itinerary for the week. Day 1, experience luxury. Day 2, meet a CEO. Day 3, shadow a hedge fund manager. Day 4, private island. Day 7, The truth days 5 and 6 were blacked out. What happens on day 5, I asked. Marcus stood up. You'll see. Car picks you up in 2 hours. Wear something comfortable. He left. I sat there, staring at the redacted sections, wondering what I'd just agreed to. 2 hours later, I understood why he said comfortable. Before I continue, I need to tell you something I discovered on day 5 that completely changed this story, but I'm getting ahead of myself. First, you need to see days 2 through 4, because what happened next wasn't just about money, it was about power. And by day 4, I realized this wasn't a gift, it was a test. Day 2 started with a helicopter ride to a tech company I can't name for legal reasons. Let's call it Tech Corp. The CEO, Sarah, was 38 years old. She'd built a billion-dollar company in 6 years. I expected her to be in a corner office with floor-to-ceiling windows. Instead, I found her in the employee cafeteria, eating a $7 salad. "You look surprised," she said. I was. I asked her why she wasn't in some fancy restaurant. Her answer was, Rule 2. Rich people obsess over time, not money. "This salad takes 3 minutes to get," Sarah explained. "A restaurant lunch takes 90 minutes minimum. That's 87 minutes I can spend on decisions that matter. I'd pay $10,000 to save 87 minutes, not wasted on fancy food I won't remember." She let me shadow her for 8 hours. Here's what I learned. She made 47 decisions before noon. Never spent more than 90 seconds on emails. Had 6 meetings, none longer than 15 minutes. Took 3 phone calls, each under 5 minutes. Worked out for exactly 23 minutes. She had a timer. At the end of the day, she told me something that stuck. Poor people think rich people are lucky. Rich people know rich people are systematic. I'm not smarter than you, I just eliminate waste. Then she handed me a notebook. Write down everything you did today, then cross out anything that didn't move you forward. That's your real problem. I did the exercise that night. Out of 16 waking hours, only 2 hours actually mattered. That hit different. Day 3 was about to get even more uncomfortable. Day 3, I met James. He ran a hedge fund managing $4.7 billion. His office was weird. No Bloomberg terminals, no fancy tech. Just a desk, a notebook, and a single monitor showing a spreadsheet. "You expected more screens?" he said, reading my face. I nodded. Which brings us to Rule 3. The best investors are bored. James explained, "Excitement is expensive. The moment you feel a rush, you're about to lose money. Real wealth is built in boredom. I make 4 big decisions per year. The rest of the time, I do nothing." He showed me his returns, 23% annually for 19 years straight. "How?" I asked. "I follow one rule. Never invest in anything I don't understand. Warren Buffett's been saying this for 60 years, but nobody listens because it's boring." He then did something that changed my perspective forever. He opened his personal bank account on his phone and showed me his balance. "You know what I do with this?" he asked. I guessed, "Cars, houses, watches." He laughed. "I do nothing with it. It sits there, growing, compounding. That's the secret nobody wants to hear. Rich people are rich because they're patient and boring." Then he said something I'll never forget. "You know what separates me from you? 15 years ago, I had $50,000. Instead of buying a car, I invested it. That $50,000 is now $2.1 million. The car would be worth $8,000 today. That's the game. Delayed gratification isn't sexy, but it's real." Before I left, he gave me homework. Calculate how much you've spent on things you don't use in the last 5 years. That number is your prison. That night, I did the math. The number made me physically sick. Day 4 was supposed to be the peak. Private jet to a private island. Just me and Marcus. The island cost $250,000 to rent for one day. The staff-to-guest ratio was 8.1. Personal chef, private beach, infinity pool overlooking the ocean. It was absurd. It was excessive. It was empty. We spent the day in beach chairs, barely talking. At sunset, Marcus finally broke the silence. "Are you happy?" Weird question. I said I didn't know. "Exactly," he replied. "This is Rule 4. Luxury doesn't equal happiness. It equals freedom from worry." "You're not happy here because you didn't earn this," Marcus explained. "This island doesn't make me happy. What makes me happy is knowing that if my daughter gets sick, I can fly the world's best doctor to her in 4 hours. That's what money buys. Not joy, but the removal of fear." He paused. "Most people think being rich means buying things. It doesn't. It means buying options. The option to say no. The option to walk away. The option to not worry about medical bills, or rent, or whether your car will start tomorrow." I asked him how much money that takes. He said, "Less than you think, and more than most people will ever save." That night I couldn't sleep again. Not because of the bed, because of what he said. I realized I'd spent the last 7 years buying things to impress people I didn't like, to feel successful at a life I didn't want. At 3 a.m., I got a text from Marcus. "Tomorrow changes everything. Be ready at 6 a.m. And bring the notebook Sarah gave you." I had no idea day 5 would make me question the entire week. Day 5 didn't start with luxury. It started in a van, a normal van, no driver, just Marcus behind the wheel. We drove for 2 hours, no talking, no explanation. We pulled into a neighborhood I didn't recognize. Middle class, normal houses, kids playing in the street. Marcus parked in front of a small house, maybe 200 square feet, paint chipping, lawn overgrown. "This is my house," he said. I thought he was joking. He wasn't. We went inside. It was normal. IKEA furniture, a TV from 2015, family photos on the walls. "I've lived here for 22 years, Marcus said. "I bought it for $180,000. It's now worth $420,000, but I'll never sell it." I was confused. I asked about the penthouse, the jet, the island. "Rented. All of it," he said. "I don't own any of it." Then he dropped the bomb. "I'm not a billionaire. I'm a millionaire. But I live like a billionaire when I choose to. And I live like this the rest of the time." He explained, Rule 5. True wealth is measured in choices, not possessions. The difference between a millionaire and a billionaire isn't the number in the account. It's the freedom to choose. I can afford to rent that penthouse for a week, or I can choose to live here and invest the difference. That's power. He showed me his portfolio. $11.3 million, not billions. Millions. "This is enough," he said. "This gives me everything I need. Time, health, and options. Everything else is ego." Then he asked me a question that changed everything. "What would you do if you had $10 million right now?" I started listing things: house, car, travel. He stopped me. "Wrong answer. Here's what you'd actually do. You'd worry. You'd worry about losing it. You'd worry about people using you. You'd worry about whether it was enough. That's what nobody tells you about wealth. It doesn't cure anxiety. It just changes what you're anxious about." That's when I saw it. The notebook Sarah gave me. I'd written down my wasted time. Marcus told me to calculate it differently. "How many hours did you waste worrying about money in the last month?" I did the math. 47 hours. "Now, multiply that by your hourly rate." I did. $1,210. That's what anxiety costs you? Now multiply it by 12 months, then by 40 years. That's how much worrying about money will cost you over your career, even if you never get rich. The goal isn't to make more money, it's to worry less. I sat there stunned. "Tomorrow," Marcus said, "I'm going to show you the biggest lie you've been told about wealth." Day 6 would reveal the truth I'd been avoiding my entire life. Day 6, Marcus picked me up at 5 a.m. "We're going to meet 3 people today," he said. "They're all millionaires, but you'd never know it." Person 1. Maria, age 52, net worth 3.2 miss. Elementary school teacher. Lives in a 2-bedroom apartment, drives a 2011 Honda Civic. Started investing $200 a month at age 25. Maria said, "People think I'm poor. I'm not. I'm free. I retired at 50. I teach because I want to, not because I have to. That's wealth." Person 2. David, age 61, net worth 7.8 miss. Plumber, owns his business, lives in the same house for 35 years, never made more than $80K a year. David said, "I didn't get rich from plumbing. I got rich from living below my means and investing the difference." Compound interest did the rest. It's not sexy, but it works. Person 3. Jennifer, age 44, net worth 4.1 million, freelance graphic designer, lives in an RV, travels full-time. Invested in index funds for 20 years, spends $30K a year. Jennifer said, "I'm richer than most of my corporate friends, making $200K. Why? Because I don't need $200K. I need $30K and freedom. The difference compounds into millions." After meeting them, Marcus asked me, "What do they have in common?" I thought about it. "They're frugal? Patient? Boring?" "No," Marcus said. "They understand Rule 6. Wealth isn't about income, it's about the gap. It doesn't matter if you make $50K or $500K. What matters is the gap between what you make and what you spend. A person making $60K who saves $15K is richer than a person making $200K who saves nothing." He pulled out a chart. Person A makes $200K, spends $195K, saves $5K a year. Person B makes $60K, spends $45K, saves $15K a year. After 30 years at 7% returns. Person A, $505,000. Person B, $1.4 million. Same career length. Person B is nearly 3x wealthier. That's the game nobody teaches you. Then Marcus hit me with the uncomfortable truth. You're not poor because you don't make enough. You're poor because you spend everything. And you spend everything because you're trying to look rich instead of becoming rich. He was right, and it hurt. Day 7 was the final lesson, and the hardest one to accept. The last day, Marcus took me back to the penthouse suite where it all started. We sat on the balcony, overlooking Dubai. "You've been asking yourself the wrong question all week," Marcus said. "You keep asking, 'How do I get rich?' That's not the question." I asked what the right question was. The question is, what do I actually want? Because most people don't want money. They want what they think money gives them: respect, security, freedom, identity. And here's the secret. You can get all of those things without being rich. He shared his story. "I wasn't born wealthy. I grew up in Section 8 housing. Single mom, food stamps, the whole thing. At 23, I made $31,000 as a bank teller. I decided to save 30% no matter what. People thought I was crazy. My friends were buying cars, going out, living life. I was eating ramen and investing in index funds. By 30, I had $140,000 saved. By 40, $1.2 million. By 50, $4.8 million. Now, at 57, I have $11.3 million. I didn't get lucky. I didn't invent anything. I didn't inherit money. I just followed one rule for 34 years. Spend less than I make and invest the difference." He looked at me. "That's Rule 7, the only rule that actually matters. Consistency beats intensity every time. You don't need to start a company. You don't need to work 80 hours a week. You don't need to hustle. You need to be boring and consistent for a very long time. That's it. That's the secret." I asked why he brought me here. Why the fancy week if the lesson was to live simply? Marcus smiled. "Because you needed to see that luxury is a trap. You needed to experience it to realize it doesn't fulfill you. Most people spend their whole lives chasing this." He gestured at the suite. without ever experiencing it. So they waste their lives pursuing an illusion. He pulled out a piece of paper. I want you to do one final exercise. Write down what you actually want, not what you think you should want, what you actually want. I wrote, time with family, no money stress, freedom to work on what I love. Health, peace of mind. Marcus looked at the list. How much money do you think that takes? I guessed $5 million. He laughed. Try $600,000 invested. That's $24,000-year passive income at a 4% withdrawal rate. If you live in a low-cost area and don't have debt, that's enough. He did the math. If I save $500 a month for 30 years at 7% returns, $607,000. If I save $1,000 a month, $1.2 million. If I save $1,500 a month, $1.8 million. You can retire in 30 years as a millionaire by saving $1,000 a month, not by hustling, not by getting lucky, by being consistent and boring. Then he asked the final question. So what are you going to do? I didn't have an answer yet. That was 6 months ago. Since then, I've made some changes. 1. I track every dollar I spend. 2. I automated savings. 30% of every paycheck goes straight to investments. 3. I cut my expenses by 40% without feeling deprived. 4. I stopped buying things to impress people. 5. I started measuring wealth in time, not dollars. Here's what happened. Net worth, 6 months ago, $8,400. Debt. Net worth today, $14,200. Positive. That's a $22,600 swing in 6 months. If I maintain this, I'll be a millionaire in 23 years. I'm 28 years old. By 51, I'll be a millionaire. Not by luck, not by hustling, but by being consistent and boring. Marcus was right about everything. The penthouse didn't make me happy. The private jet didn't change my life. What changed my life was understanding that wealth isn't about the number in your account. It's about the freedom from worry. Here are the 7 rules Marcus taught me. Rule 1. Price and value are not the same thing. Rule 2. Rich people obsess over time, not money. Rule 3. The best investors are bored. Rule 4. Luxury doesn't equal happiness. It equals freedom from worry. Rule 5. True wealth is measured in choices, not possessions. Rule 6. Wealth isn't about income, it's about the gap. Rule 7. Consistency beats intensity every time. If you're watching this and you're feeling overwhelmed, here's what I want you to do. Pick one rule, just one. Master it this month, then move to the next. You don't need to change everything at once. You just need to start. I'm going to check back in 1 year from today and show you my progress. If you're starting this journey with me, comment below. Day 1. Let's see how many of us are still here in 365 days. The billionaire lifestyle was fun for a week, but financial freedom, that's forever. Thanks for watching. See you in a year.